A regular blooming idiot, that's what I've been. Not trying square deal surf till now. It gives lovely whitewashing. Surf, with all that extra powder for your money. They said they'd given it lots more go. But the value's a real eye-opener. Well, see for yourself. There's the whiteness, straight out of the washing machine. And that's a real test, because these finger ends, they were really dirty. What makes me mad is that I've only just cottoned on. But you can do yourself a favour now. Get yourself a square deal. Lovely whiteness and 18% more powder. Well, you can't have too much of a good thing. You tried square deal surf yet? Well, white collars. That's a real test. And this latest formula's value there. Ah, Robbie, he's a school prefect now. He's taken up white collars, except he never takes them off until they're black. Those round stud marks are the devil to shift, but not with square deal surf. Brings them up lovely. You can't hide dirt from a hot iron. There. Full marks for whiteness, you reckon? Catch on to square deal surf, love. It's the whiteness makes the extra powder such good value. And there's bags more powder for your money. That's square deal surf for you. Value, all along the line. I can't stand those snobby women who think a powder that gives more in a packet can't be worth trying. I've tried them all, and I'm telling you, surf's better value. But they're giving it such a facelift. It's so white. Tea towels, nylon, shirts. Even little white cotton socks, bless them. That's my niece. Tell you what, though, that 18% extra powder means another full machine load in this packet. More powder and lovely whitewashing. That's what I call value, right down the line. Get square deal surf, love. It's only common sense.
This is a test wash for new Square Deal Surf to find out what housewives really think of the new powerful formula.
Mrs. Raphael, when did you last use surf?
I don't use it.
Not at all?
No.
Why not?
Well, because I don't think you get anything extra for nothing in this world.
So why have you come along this afternoon?
Oh, to see if it is going to wash them whiter.
Now we're doing a test wash, and we'll find out if new Square Deal Surf's new powerful formula will wash whiter than before.
Well, Mrs. Raphael, what do you think of that?
I think it's beautiful. I thought it was just going to be the same as all the rest.
And?
And it certainly isn't. It's whiter than I've ever seen it before.
Yes, new Square Deal Surf still gives more powder than any other leading detergent. But now its new powerful formula washes even whiter than before. The value is unbeatable. Have you tried it yet?
Let's talk sense about washing powders. Our promise may seem exaggerated. Whiteness and cleanness no other powder can beat. But to a scientist, a washing powder formula is like a recipe. Put more sugar into something, and it's sweeter. Blend more whiteness into a powder, and it washes whiter. We've worked more of the vital ingredients into surf. More stain removers, whiteness, our exclusive nylon whitener. The result? This. Whiteness and cleanness no other powder can beat, as well as more powder for your money. That's what levers promise with Square Deal Surf. There couldn't be a better buy.
Here's a chap who knows what he's looking for. Or does he? Ah, yes. The shining white results of Surf's double whitening power. A shining, shining whiteness that's enough to open anyone's eyes. Try Surf yourself next wash day. Then you too will see that Surf washes shining, shining white. down he goes onto that shining white pillow between those shining white sheets. This is the special whiteness only Surf's double whitening power can give you. This is something you can enjoy every time you use Surf, because Surf washes shining, shining white. It stands out a mile, the shining whiteness you get with Surf. Shining, shining white because Surf has double whitening power. A special power to give a special kind of whiteness. Ah, well, Surf will soon take care of that, because Surf washes shining, shining white.
Hello, what's going on here? Someone's wearing Mother's slippers and Mother's big white bath towel. Just look at its shining whiteness, the very special kind of whiteness that Surf can give you. The shining, shining whiteness you get from Surf's double whitening power. Surf washes shining, shining white. Here's the man the kids always run to meet. The man in the shining, shining white coat. It's the very special kind of whiteness his wife gets with Surf. With Surf's double whitening power, you can enjoy shining white results with all your family wash. Surf washes shining, shining white.
Whitehedge Road in Liverpool. Lots of Surf users here, like Mrs. Roberts. That's young Avis helping. Handy having Avis off for the day, eh, Mrs. Roberts? Mrs. Wood and little Anthony out shopping. She finds Surf gets nappies up really white. Don't know if Mrs. Sharp uses Surf or no. There's Mrs. Huspack. Christine uses Surf in her machine, too. Not another doll with clothes as white as yours in Whitehedge Road, eh, Christine?
Shining Whitehedge Road, you mean?
Here's Mrs. Rose, Christine's godmother, another Surf user. She's making that frock for Christine's birthday. Oh, yes. Time for school. And there's Mrs. Townsend from number 50. You can see she uses Surf, like so many other mothers in, as Christine says, shining Whitehedge Road.
Whitecross Avenue, Bristol. I know plenty of Surf users here. That young Rabbit, a fine dog he's got. This is his mum, Mrs. Ascot. Her other boy, Keith, was 7 last birthday. Time flies, eh, Mrs. Ascot? With boys around, you certainly need Surf's double whitening power. And Mrs. Mann has always washed with Surf. Used to be a nurse. Those are her boys playing with Rabbit and Keith. How are things in Whitecross Avenue?
In shining Whitecross Avenue, you mean?
That must be Mrs. Bowden with her children. Don't really know if she uses Surf. But Mrs. Bryant does. It's in the bag. Mrs. House uses Surf, too. Looks like her friend Mrs. Offer has popped in to borrow some. She lives in Whitecross Avenue. Or as Mrs. Mann would say, shining Whitecross Avenue.
White Street in Hull. Good name, you know, with so many Surf users here. Mrs. Anderson's one. Her eldest Joyce is very good at drawing. Hopes to go to art school someday. Another Surf user is Mrs. Tuplin. Husband's on fishing boats. Goes to Iceland, Norway and them places. Got 4 boys and a girl. No whiter wash in White Street, eh, Mrs. Tuplin?
Shining White Street, if you don't mind.
Mrs. Hartley changed to Surf recently. Wanted more whitening power. There's Kay and John. Kay starts school this year, doesn't she, Mrs. Hartley? Don't know if Mrs. Greenlee's on right uses Surf, but Mrs. Pierce does. And you should see how white Mrs. Winkles gets her wash. How about doing a shirt for me, Elaine? Mrs. Winkles uses Surf, like so many housewives, in shining White Street.
Whitefoot Lane, London. You'll find any number of Surf users here. Ah, Mrs. Clayton's back from shopping. That's her friend Mrs. Percival and her little girl. They use surf. Wonder if Mrs. Bentley uses surf. Her neighbour Mrs. Auger always has. Reckons clothes come up really white with surf in the machine. And she's got 4 of those big healthy boys to wash for. I bet they keep you on the go, eh, Mrs. Auger? Mrs. Node's another surf user. Lived here over 6 years. Her husband's a mechanic with the GPO. Little Ian'll be, let's see, 3 this year. Right, Mrs. Node? Ah, this is little Deborah and her mother, Mrs. Freeman, one of the nicest little girls in Whitefoot Lane.
Shining White. Shining Whitefoot Lane.
As you can see, Mrs. Freeman uses surf, like so many mothers in shining Whitefoot Lane.
This is a street in Cardiff. Whitehall Avenue. Lovely bit of sunshine, quite a bit of surf use too. Hello, Mrs. Bentham. Things look nice and bright this morning in shining Whitehall Avenue. That's Susan and Roger. Hey, Trix. Trixie. Mrs. Bentham changed to surf recently to get more whitening power. Another surf user's Mrs. Thomas and her neighbor, Mrs. Hopkins. Like a really whitewash, eh? Ah, Mrs. Horrell's got visitors. Those are her 2 daughters and their children. Your whole family use surf, don't they, Mrs. Horrell? See from those kiddies' clothes. It's that special surf whiteness, preferred by so many mothers in shining Whitehall Avenue, because surf washes shining white.
Here we are in Wolverhampton, in White Oak Drive. Children's school holiday today. Looks like it's surf day, too. Hello, Mrs. Hill. That's Patricia she's holding. Always plenty to do for housewives in shining White Oak Drive, eh? And here's Linda, Pauline, and Janet. Mrs. Hill's got 2 more. See why she's a surf user. Ah, yes. I know Mrs. O'Reilly across the road is, too. Surf's just a thing for nappies. Mrs. O'Reilly finds that only surf gets them really white. Baby Jane must be a year old now. There's Mrs. Smith. She likes a nice whitewash, so she uses surf. And Mrs. Biddleston's a surf user, too. Like so many housewives in shining White Oak Drive. Because surf washes shining white.
Turn off the M1 and you come to Luton. Go into Luton and you'll find Whitethorn Way. And quite a few surf users, such as Mrs. Dickman and her neighbour, Mrs. Vince. Next door to them is Mrs. Foster and her children. Mrs. Foster prefers surf too, reckons it gets her wash beautifully clean and white. Ice cream all round. Someone's getting a treat. All the children know Mrs. Dickman. She's got 2 of her own, a boy and a girl. That's Mr. Ordiva going past. Time he was off to work. I know his wife uses surf. With surf in her washing machine, she gets real shining white results. Like so many housewives in shining Whitethorn Way. Because surf washes shining white.
This is a village in Wiltshire. White Parish. Shining White Parish, some call it. Just have to ask Mrs. Deere there, serving. She ought to know. She not only sells stamps and sweets, but surf, too. Lots of it, and uses it herself, like Mrs. Noble there. Here comes Mrs. Feltham, another surf customer. Reckon even George Till's apron must have been washed in surf. Hey, George? Mrs. Rudman does the ladies' hair for him. With all those towels and things to wash, she's glad of surf's extra whitening power. Like so many housewives, in shining White Parish. Because surf washes shining white.
This is Nottingham. In Whitemoss Close, you'll find plenty of surf whiteness. For instance, there's Mrs. James. See, she uses surf. Her boy Andrew starts school soon. That's him on swing, in white blouse. Here's Mrs. Powdrill from number 2. Morning, Mrs. Powdrill. Expect she's been doing a bit of shopping for Mrs. Spencer, her next-door neighbour. They both use surf in their machines. They like their wash to be really clean, so they choose surf for its extra whitening power, like so many housewives in shining white moss clothes, because surf washes shining white.
This is Aberdeen, granite city of the north. In Whitehall Terrace, many a housewife uses surf. For instance, Mrs. Clark. She loves gardening, and she loves a really white wash. Then there's Mrs. Lip, who used to be a nurse. Hello, Mrs. Lip. She's got 4 children altogether. Her friend, Mrs. Reed, is a schoolteacher. She's learned how safe surf is in her washing machine. That's young Cathy there. You can see with surf's extra whitening power, you can get things not only white, but shining white. Their neighbours, Mrs. Fraser and Mrs. McIntosh, know it too. Just like so many of the housewives who live in shining Whitehall Terrace, because surf washes shining white.
Harrow. That's where you'll find Whitefriars Drive. Nice houses. And they've got lovely gardens. A lot of the housewives are surf users. That's Mrs. Dale. You can see by that shining white washing that she uses surf in her washing machine. Tortoises, white mice, hamsters. Of course, it's young Alan McTeer. He's going to be a vet. And there's his mother. With 5 in the family, she really needs that washing machine, the extra power surf gives her in it. And she knows it's safe, too. Down the road, Mrs. Hawkins is another with a washing machine. Had it for years. She's a surf user, of course. Like so many of the housewives in shining Whitefriars Drive. Because surf washes shining white.
Take any town, say Brighton, and you're sure to find plenty of surf users. At Whitehall Clinic, for instance. Mrs. White's chatting to Mrs. Spruan, a near neighbour. Mrs. White has brought young Beverly along. And here's Mrs. Moore. She lives on the other side of Brighton. Mrs. Spruan's in a hurry. This afternoon, little June's having a birthday party. And a party means a shining white party dress. Surf white. In spite of her busy life, Mrs. Moore still finds time to relax. With surf to wash things really white, surf white, you'll find the shining whiteness preferred by so many mothers around shining Whitehall Clinic, because surf washes shining white. In Poole, Dorset, just by the bay, is Whitecliff Gardens. Like everywhere else, you'll meet a lot of surf users here, such as Mrs. Lukey. Mrs. Lukey's husband and her daughter Brenda are as keen on sailing as Mrs. Lukey is on whiteness. Mrs. Johns lives just across from the gardens. She reckons surf's far and away the best for her washing machine. Roger and Terry are nipping out for a game in the gardens. Young Carol Moore works as a guide in Poole Pottery, showing the visitors around. It looks as though someone else's wife is using surf, too. Surf gives you real whiteness, shining whiteness. That's why surf is used by so many around shining Whitecliff Gardens, because surf washes shining white.
You can always pick the shining white families. There's whiteness and whiteness and shining whiteness. The shining whiteness Mrs. Cates gets by using Surf. With her family, Surf whiteness gets top marks every time. The Cates live at Warwick Lodge, Shoot Up Hill, London. But it's shining White Hill when they're around because they're a shining white family.
Shining white. Shining white.
Every wash day's a shining success when you use Surf, because Surf washes shining white. You can always pick the shining white families. There's whiteness and whiteness and shining whiteness. The shining whiteness Mrs. Collett gets by using Surf. She's learnt that Surf's whiteness stands out above all others. The Colletts live in the village of Keyville near Trowbridge, but it's a shining white village when they're around because they're a shining white family.
Shining white. Shining white.
Every wash day's a shining success when you use Surf, because Surf washes shining white.
Everyone looks for a square deal, and Jane's. Everyone looks for a square deal, and Jane certainly found it the day her friend came home with a new baby.
Sweet of you to do my washing, Jane. Detergent? In the cupboard. Right. Oh, what's this, Jill? Square deal, sir. Oh, I've been meaning to tell you about that. There are no coupons or offers, but you get more powder. And the extra weight is guaranteed. About time, too. And the price? Still the same. The extra powder hasn't changed that. Better value. Best there is. And you can see how white it washes.
This much more powder for the same price, and the weight is guaranteed. Square Deal Surf gives you better value than any other detergent.
Ordinary toothpaste will clean her teeth, but can she be certain her whole mouth is pure? As pure as if she'd used an antiseptic mouthwash? Now, Signal is here. Signal combines the finest possible toothpaste with an antiseptic mouthwash. Signal has stripes, exciting pink stripes that contain the mouthwash, a concentration of hexachlorophene, the well-known medical antiseptic. With this mouthwash in the stripes, Signal outdates ordinary toothpastes. It makes your whole mouth pure. Use Signal and feel its fresh, minty foam really cleaning your whole mouth. Use Signal. It gives you shining white teeth and makes your whole mouth pure. Signal, the toothpaste with a mouthwash in the stripes. Pure.
Ordinary toothpaste will clean her teeth, but can she be certain her whole mouth is pure as if she'd used an antiseptic mouthwash? Now Signal is here. Signal combines the finest possible toothpaste with an antiseptic mouthwash. Signal has stripes, exciting pink stripes that contain the mouthwash, a concentration of hexachlorophene, the well-known medical antiseptic. With hexachlorophene in the stripes, Signal outdates ordinary toothpastes. It makes your whole mouth pure. Use Signal and feel its fresh, minty foam really cleaning your whole mouth. Use Signal, it gives you shining white teeth and makes your whole mouth pure. Signal, the toothpaste with the mouthwash in the stripes.
Ordinary toothpaste will clean his teeth, but can he be certain his whole mouth is pure as if he'd used an antiseptic mouthwash? Now, Signal is here. Signal combines the finest possible toothpaste with an antiseptic mouthwash. Signal has stripes, exciting pink stripes that contain the mouthwash, a concentration of hexachlorophene, the well-known medical antiseptic. With this mouthwash in the stripes, Signal outdates ordinary toothpastes. It makes your whole mouth pure. Use Signal and feel its fresh, minty foam really cleaning your whole mouth. Use Signal. It gives you shining white teeth and makes your whole mouth pure. Signal, the toothpaste with a mouthwash in the stripes.
Ich sehe an. Schaufam ist besser nicht, so ich nicht versäufe. Oh, ich sehe nur, sind das wie nicht. Sie sind nicht bloß sehr so stimmt doch.
Ordinary toothpaste will clean his teeth, but can he be certain his whole mouth is pure as if he'd used an antiseptic mouthwash? Now, Signal is here. Signal combines the finest possible toothpaste with an antiseptic mouthwash. Signal has stripes, exciting pink stripes that contain the mouthwash, a concentration of hexachlorophene, the well-known medical antiseptic. With this mouthwash in the stripes, Signal outdates ordinary toothpastes. It makes your whole mouth pure. Use Signal and feel its fresh, minty foam really cleaning your whole mouth. Use Signal. It gives you shining white teeth and makes your whole mouth pure. Signal, the toothpaste with a mouthwash in the stripes.
Schaufam ist besser nicht, so ich nicht versäufe. Oh, ich flam nur, sie sind. Und ich gebe ihm sie.
His teeth may be clean, but is his whole mouth pure as if he'd used an antiseptic mouthwash? Signal combines the finest possible toothpaste with an antiseptic mouthwash. The stripes in Signal contain the mouthwash, a concentration of hexachlorophene, the well-known medical antiseptic. Use Signal. Its fresh, minty foam gives you sparkling white teeth and makes your whole mouth pure. Signal, the toothpaste with a mouthwash in the stripes. Ordinary It takes more than toothpaste to make your whole mouth pure. It takes an antiseptic mouthwash as well. Now, Signal is here, and Signal combines the finest possible toothpaste with an antiseptic mouthwash. Signal has stripes, exciting pink stripes that contain the mouthwash, a concentration of hexachlorophene, the well-known medical antiseptic. With this mouthwash in the stripes, Signal outdates ordinary toothpastes. It makes your whole mouth pure. Use Signal and feel its fresh, minty foam really cleaning your whole mouth. Use Signal. It gives you shining white teeth and makes your whole mouth pure. Signal, the toothpaste with a mouthwash in the stripes.
This is Kenneth Allsop. I'm at Lid Airport to tell you that these cases of Signal have been flown over from France because the demand for this toothpaste with the mouthwash and the stripes has been overwhelming. Signal has had such an instant success that although Gibbs' English factories are working all around the clock, they have had to make a special arrangement with their French sister company to get across these extra supplies in case of any unexpected shortages. The result is that some of the tubes of Signal that you'll be buying in the shops may be printed in French. I've been asked to reassure you that this French Signal is just the same as the Signal you've been buying up to now. The stripes contain the same mouthwash ingredient, hexachlorophene, and the toothpaste has the same fresh minty flavor. So there goes another consignment of Signal for your shop.
It takes more than toothpaste to make your whole mouth pure. It takes an antiseptic mouthwash as well. Now, Signal is here. And Signal combines the finest possible toothpaste with an antiseptic mouthwash. Signal has stripes, exciting pink... Ordinary toothpaste will clean her teeth, but can she be certain her whole mouth is pure? As pure as if she'd used an antiseptic mouthwash? Now, Signal is here. Signal combines the finest possible toothpaste with an antiseptic mouthwash. Signal has stripes, exciting pink stripes that contain the mouthwash, a concentration of hexachlorophene, the well-known medical antiseptic. With this mouthwash in the stripes, Signal outdates ordinary toothpastes. It makes your whole mouth pure. Use Signal and feel its fresh, minty foam really cleaning your whole mouth. Use Signal. It gives you shining white teeth and makes your whole mouth pure. Signal, the toothpaste with the mouthwash in the stripes. Makes your whole mouth pure. Signal, the toothpaste with the mouthwash in the stripes.
Signal stops mouth odor instantly. While Signal's superb toothpaste ingredient gives you cleaner, whiter teeth, Signal's antiseptic mouthwash ingredient attacks and kills bacteria that cause mouth odors. Instant action Signal with hexachlorophene in the stripes stops mouth odors instantly, makes your whole mouth pure. Use Signal, the toothpaste with the antiseptic mouthwash in the stripes. Use Signal. Signal stops mouth odor instantly. This young woman has mouth odor. She needs Signal because Signal stops mouth odor instantly. Signal is the toothpaste with the antiseptic mouthwash in the stripes. Hexachlorophene concentrated in the stripes makes Signal a most effective way of killing the bacteria that cause mouth odor. Signal gives you cleaner, whiter teeth, makes your whole mouth pure. Use Signal. Signal stops mouth odor instantly. This man has mouth odor. He needs Signal because Signal stops mouth odor instantly. Signal is the toothpaste with the antiseptic mouthwash in the stripes. Hexachlorophene concentrated in the stripes makes Signal a most effective way of killing the bacteria that cause mouth odor. Signal gives you cleaner, whiter teeth, makes your whole mouth pure. Use Signal. Signal stops mouth odor instantly. This housewife has mouth odor. She needs Signal because Signal stops mouth odor instantly. Signal is the toothpaste with the antiseptic mouthwash in the stripes.
Hexachlorophene concentrated in the stripes makes Signal a most effective way of killing the bacteria that cause mouth odor. Signal gives you cleaner, whiter teeth, makes your whole mouth pure. Use Signal. Signal stops mouth odor instantly. This young woman has mouth odor. She needs Signal, because Signal stops mouth odor instantly. Signal is the toothpaste with the antiseptic mouthwash in the stripes. Hexachlorophene concentrated in the stripes makes Signal a most effective way of dealing with bacteria that cause mouth odor. Signal gives you cleaner, whiter teeth, makes your whole mouth pure. Use Signal. Signal stops mouth odor instantly. This girl has mouth odor. She needs Signal, because Signal stops mouth odor instantly. Signal is the toothpaste with the antiseptic mouthwash in the stripes. Hexachlorophene concentrated in the stripes makes Signal a most effective way of killing the bacteria that cause mouth odor. Signal gives you cleaner, whiter teeth, makes your whole mouth pure. Use Signal. Signal stops mouth odor instantly. It takes more than a toothpaste to make your whole mouth pure. It takes an antiseptic mouthwash as well. Signal combines the finest possible toothpaste with an antiseptic mouthwash. The stripes in Signal contain the mouthwash, a concentration of hexachlorophene, the well-known medical antiseptic. Use Signal. Signal not only gives you really clean teeth, it makes your whole mouth pure. Use Signal, the toothpaste with the mouthwash in the stripes. It takes more than a toothpaste to make your whole mouth pure. It takes an antiseptic mouthwash as well. Signal combines the finest possible toothpaste with an antiseptic mouthwash. The stripes in Signal contain the mouthwash, a concentration of hexachlorophene, the well-known medical antiseptic. Use Signal. Signal not only gives you really clean teeth, it makes your whole mouth pure. Use Signal, the toothpaste with the mouthwash in the stripes.
When you're meeting people, wherever you are, it's nice to know you're nice to know. And the way to be sure is to use Rexona, the wonderful new deodorant bath soap. Each tablet of Rexona contains a really effective bacteriostat. So while you enjoy your bath, Rexona kills the bacteria which cause perspiration odor. Keeps you fresh and confident long afterwards. It's nice to know you're nice to know. And the way to be sure is to use Rexona, the new deodorant bath soap. When you're meeting people, wherever you are, it's nice to know you're nice to know. And the way to be sure is to use Rexona, the wonderful new deodorant bath soap. Each tablet of Rexona contains a really effective bacteriostat. So while you enjoy your bath, Rexona kills the bacteria which cause perspiration odor. Keeps you fresh and confident long afterwards. It's nice to know you're nice to know. And the way to be sure is to use Rexona, the new deodorant bath soap.
Good evening, madam.
Whenever you're meeting people, anytime, any place, it's nice to know you're nice to know. And the way to be sure is to use Rexona, the wonderful new deodorant bath soap.
During the day, bacteria build up on your skin and cause perspiration odor. Ordinary soaps can't get rid of these bacteria, but Rexona combats them immediately. Rexona contains a really effective bacteriostat, which kills bacteria and leaves you fresh and confident long afterwards.
It's nice to know you're nice to know. And the way to be sure is to use Rexona, the new deodorant bath soap. When you're meeting people and all eyes are on you, it's nice to know you're nice to know. And the way to be sure is to use Rexona, the wonderful new deodorant bath soap.
During the day, bacteria build up on your skin and cause perspiration odor. Ordinary soaps can't get rid of these bacteria, but Rexona combats them immediately. Rexona contains a really effective bacteriostat, which kills bacteria and leaves you fresh and confident long afterwards.
It's nice to know you're nice to know. And the way to be sure is to use Rexona, the new deodorant bath soap.
Here's a shilling tablet, free from Rexona. Rexona's special deodorant ingredient frees the skin of the bacteria which cause perspiration odor. So buy a large tablet of Rexona this week and get a shilling tablet free.
Confidence like this starts with skill, but confidence with people starts with personal freshness when you use Rexona, the luxury soap with active deodorant protection. Rexona's special bacteriostat frees the skin of the bacteria which cause perspiration odor, leaves you fresh and confident always. It's nice to know you're nice to know. And the way to be sure is to use Rexona,
the luxury soap with active deodorant protection.
She's a confident girl, whatever she's doing. Confident of personal freshness too, because she uses Rexona, the luxury deodorant soap. Luxurious lather, expensive perfume, freshness you can rely on, personal freshness to keep you confident all day. It's nice to know you're nice to know, so be sure and use Rexona, the luxury deodorant soap.
a woman's world, the new Rexona. New box, new shape, new perfume, new freshness.
New Rexona's wonderful.
Strictly for the birds.
I feel good. I feel fresh. I feel pretty. I feel a woman.
Fresh and female, the new Rexona. Strictly for the birds. In a woman's world, the new Rexona. New box, new shape, new perfume, new freshness. Strictly for the birds.
New Rexona's wonderful. I feel good. I feel fresh. I feel pretty. I feel a woman.
Fresh and female, the new Rexona. Strictly for the birds. In a woman's world, the new Rexona. New box, new shape, new perfume. New freshness. Strictly for the birds.
New Rexona's wonderful. I feel good. I feel fresh. I feel pretty. I feel a woman.
Fresh and female, the new Rexona. Strictly for the birds.
Into her fair head. Her birthday had her On the day Jane was wed, a doubt crept into her fair head. Her baking, would it be a success or a flop?
Never fear. Coquine is here.
Perfect golden cakes. Perfect golden mince pies.
And you can have the golden touch with everything you bake. Use Coquine. Real fat. Good and rich.
Joan was rather at a loss what to give her husband's boss. Would her cooking be a success or a flop?
Never fear. Coquine is here.
Perfect golden pies. Perfect golden chips. And you can have the golden touch with everything you bake and fry.
Use Coquine. Real fat. Good and rich.
Uneasy dreams tormented. Most me Zina. Uneasy dreams tormented May. That pastry she would bake next day. A success or a flop?
Never fear. Coquine is here.
Perfect golden flan. Golden pies. Golden pastries.
And you can have the golden touch with everything you bake. Use Coquine, real fat, good and rich.
Mary always had a doubt how her pastry would turn out. A success or a flop?
Never fear. Coquine is here.
Perfect golden tarts. Golden sausage rolls. Golden apple pies.
And you can have the golden touch with everything you bake. Use Coquine, real fat, good and rich.
And here's some really good news. The price of Coquine, your favorite cooking fat, has been reduced to 10p halfpenny per half pound. Coquine's the rich, fresh fat that gives you the golden touch for your cake making, pastry making, and frying. And from today, it's even better value at only 10p halfpenny per half pound.
The colour proofs went off yesterday, and the pastry supplement is well in hand, so I've 2 clear days to follow up the cooking fat story. Yes, they say I can see all over the place and ask any questions I like. First train up tomorrow. Cheerio. Well, you may be wondering what all that was about. But let me introduce myself. I'm a journalist, Jane Beaton, cookery editor of Woman's Own magazine. Now, this is the kind of job where you pride yourself on knowing all the answers to cookery and household problems. Naturally, I know all about using these modern cooking fats. I've cooked with them for years and found them excellent. And government analysis has proved that cooking fat and lard are the same food value. But as so many housewives are changing over from the old to the new type of fat, it is high time I knew more. What are they made from? How are they made? So I asked to be shown around a factory where they are produced. I don't know whether you've been round many factories, but this is the most impressive I've ever seen. Here into the refinery come natural oils from all over the world, from faraway places in Africa, the West Indies and beyond. What goes on inside these great tanks?
Neutralizing, filtering, refining, it all means getting the natural oils to the high grade needed to make cooking fat.
What happens here?
Having weighed the individual oils, we blend them according to our formula.
A sort of recipe.
In a way, but we measure in hundredweights. It took years to develop this particular blend, designed for both high temperature frying and pastry and cake making. We've come a long way since the war.
Does it never vary?
We alter the blend slightly between winter and summer in order to keep the same consistency, whatever the temperature. But apart from that, every batch is exactly the same.
It's getting difficult to describe what's going on here because everything is enclosed in stainless steel pipes and tanks. It's more than untouched by hand. It's practically unseen by the eye. Except, of course, for inspection points, where they make sure that everything is going according to plan. That's amazing. How does it work?
It's a very complicated piece of machinery, but roughly speaking, it cools the mixture, kneads it, and then squeezes it through very fine meshes to make it extra smooth.
And wraps it too, before it even sees the light of day. Where are these packets off to?
Some of them go to the laboratory for a routine test, and some go to the test kitchen.
So I left the bustle at the packing bay and followed the sample packets being taken to the test kitchen. You say these are just routine tests?
Yes, when you make a fat as we do, designed for cooking right from the start, you can include the good points of a traditional fat and avoid the drawbacks. It's our job here to ensure that we do get really first-class results every time. For example, good even texture, lightness, a good golden colour, and of course taste.
Good. No fatty taste.
That's why cooking's so good for fruit or flavoured cakes like orange or chocolate. We also check that the fat rubs in easily and gives a smooth dough, firm but not sticky.
And how about this frying test you're going to show me?
Yes, it's over here. As you know, frying at a higher temperature seals in the food immediately so that it cooks in its own steam, doesn't lose moisture, and incidentally doesn't soak up the fat. Do you notice any difference?
Well, this one is more crisp, not so greasy, and it's a better colour too.
That's a cooking chip. The other was cooked in fat which smokes at a lower temperature.
What a lot of care and thought it takes to produce these fats. So far, so good. But can the ordinary housewife achieve the same results? To find out, I called on Mrs. Harris and her next-door neighbour, Mrs. Ross, both regular users of cooking. My word, you've been busy.
With my young family, I bake twice a week. The children are great ones for pies and tarts.
And you prefer to use cooking fat?
Oh, yes, it makes the pastry nice and crisp.
And did you use cooking fat for the cakes?
Yes, I like it for fruit cake and for parkin, too.
Is it the same with you?
I've a grown-up family out at work, and our meals are at all hours. So I fry a great deal.
In cooking fat?
Yes, I find that everything is crisper, and there's no greasy smell afterwards.
And do you fry with it too?
Well, I like to keep to one fat. It's more economical, and it certainly suits my kind of family cooking.
Well, you can't say fairer than that. Having seen the factory where they go to so much trouble to make a really first-class product and seen it in use in an ordinary home, you can understand why this modern cooking fat is being used by more and more housewives all over the country.
My, what a noise. Cooking. There. Oh, lovely jam tarts. Cooking. The rich white fat for the golden touch.
Cooking gives you the golden touch every time you bake. Monday it was sausage rolls for a party spree, made with cooking. Wednesday it was pastry for a garden tea, made with cooking.
Friday it was fish and chips, golden as can be,
fried in cooking.
Sunday it was apple pie for all the family.
Cooking gives you the golden touch, time after time after time. Cooking gives you the golden touch every time you bake. It's the time for parties now, savories on a tray, made with cooking. Kids like sausages on a stick, that's the nicest way. Fried in cooking. Make these tasty mixed fruit tarts, colorful and gay, best with cooking.
And they'll love your hot mince pies on a winter's day.
Cooking gives you the golden touch, time after time after time. Cooking gives you the golden touch every time you bake. For the children's lunch today, apples in a pie, baked with cooking. Pancakes for supper time are something good to try, fried with cooking. And when it's party time, apple pie, made with cooking. Always give that festive look, and here's the reason why. Cooking gives you the golden touch, time after time after time.
Do you know, I've made sausage rolls nearly every week since I got married, and I've used cooking every time. My husband's mad about sausage rolls, but fussy. So I use Cooking because it gives perfect results every time. I've made a special plan for tomorrow, with Cooking, of course. It's as reliable for treats as everyday cooking. Cooking gives you the golden touch, time after time after time. Do you know I've cooked fried bread and bacon for breakfast hundreds of times since I got married, and I've always used Cooking because it always gives perfect results every time for special dishes as well as everyday cooking. I've made fried chicken today for a treat. My husband loves good food, but he's fussy, and I can rely on Cooking every time. Cooking gives you the golden touch, time after time after time.
Jill's away from home, now she's a student nurse. But she always comes to see me on her day off. I make sure there's something a bit special for her. Her favourite plum pie today. Making the pastry with Cooking, of course. You can always rely on Cooking every time you bake. Such crisp, golden pastry that always tastes so good.
Cooking gives you the golden touch, time after time after time.
Every Saturday after football, Tom brings his brother back for a meal. They like chips with everything. So I fry plenty, in Cooking, of course. I always use Cooking for all my frying, so I'm sure of lovely golden chips every time. Really crisp and tasty.
Cooking gives you the golden touch, time after time after time.
Watch Mum win a prize with the Omo packs. She's playing the Omo Blue Star game.
Look, Mummy, why not try it this way?
If they can get the big blue star to touch 3 little blue stars, Mum gets a lovely luxury towel. And Mum's done it! Now she's only got to claim her prize, a lovely luxury towel free. So can you. Get this Omo Blue Star, these special Blue Star Omo packs, they're in your store now, and play the Blue Star game yourself. With any 3 of these special Omo packs, you can touch 3 stars, and that wins you a luxury towel. But if you're lucky enough to get the right packs, you can touch 4 stars and win a Morphy Richards steam iron, or even 5 stars and win a really super transistor portable. The more packs you get, the more chance you have of getting a special big prize. Buy Omo and play the Omo Blue Star game tomorrow. Are you convinced yet that Blue Star Omo beats any powder you've ever tried? If not, here's your proof coming right up, because already these Omo home demonstration teams are touring the country. One team was in Leicester recently, calling to find women who hadn't tried new Omo yet, and offering to do their washing for them for 3 weeks. This is Mrs. Bates. Listen to her story.
They did the first wash in my Hoover, and do you know, I could tell it was brighter as soon as it came out of the machine, but the second time they came, my clothes looked brighter still. Then when I saw the results of the third wash, I could really tell that the brightness had been building up. My clothes looked lovely.
How about that? But remember, only new Omo contains WM7, an exclusive new fabric brightener. Even white nylon stays whiter. So get Blue Star Omo and see how it goes on adding extra brightness to perfect whiteness. You know, people are telling us we're too modest about new Blue Star Omo. Well, maybe we are, but we're still not going to make exaggerated claims. We just repeat that new Omo contains a new fabric brightener called WM7. And WM7 works like this. First wash, you'll see this new brightness. Next wash, even more brightness. Building up next time to this extra brightness. And with new Omo, even white nylon stays whiter. Just listen to a new Omo user. I see you've got a washing machine there.
Yes, I have. It's a Hoover-matic. Well, I found that all the white things came out of the washing machine looking beautifully white. Not only the first time, but with the following washes, they seem to come up a little bit whiter each time, which is, well, I think it's wonderful.
Try it yourself. See how new Blue Star Omo with exclusive WM7 goes on adding extra brightness to perfect whiteness. You'll never hear me or anyone try to tell you that new Blue Star Omo is a wash day miracle. But we do say this, that because it contains WM7, a new fabric brightener, it'll keep on building up extra brightness in each wash you do. First wash, you'll see a new brightness. Second wash, even more brightness. Building up next time to this marvelous extra brightness. Even white nylon stays whiter. Doesn't matter whether you use a hot point, Parnell, Service, any type of washing machine. Blue Star Omo keeps building up the brightness in each wash. Listen to someone who's used it.
The first time I used the new Blue Star Omo, I noticed a great difference in the washing when I put it out on the line. I didn't think it could be much better, but as I went on and did washes following that, well, it just got better all the time, which absolutely amazed me. I didn't think it was possible at all.
Blue Star Omo with exclusive WM7 goes on adding extra brightness to perfect whiteness.
Mary James has to do her family's washing in hard water. Mary James has to do her family's washing in hard water. Joan Cross lives in a place where the water is soft. But with Persil 62, wherever you live, whether the water is hard or soft, Persil 62 is right for the water from your tap. It gives you balanced lather. Not too little, not too much. The lather washing machines must have. The rich suds clothes must have to get them cleaner, whiter. Whiter for Joan, whiter for Mary, whiter than ever, because Persil 62 washes whiter than ever, and it shows.
I wanted to get to the shops extra early, so I walked with Jimmy on his way to school. Met Mrs. Williams there with her son Tom. It was then I noticed, well, I'd always thought my whites were white, but her Tom's shirt was much whiter, and you could see she saw the difference too. I noticed she had Persil in her basket. I'll try some of that, I thought, and then I remembered, of course, Persil was the powder the washing machine makers recommended. Not surprising. Talk about whiteness. Next day I went again with Jimmy. Mrs. Williams and I both use Persil now. But someone's mum still doesn't know that Persil washes whiter. And it shows.
Sue Roberts does her family's washing in hard water. Anne Jennings lives in a place where the water is soft. But with Persil 62, wherever you live, whether the water is hard or soft, Persil 62 is right for the water from your tap. It gives you balanced lather. Not too little, not too much. The lather washing machines must have. The rich suds clothes must have to get them cleaner. Whiter. Whiter for Anne. Whiter for Sue. Whiter than ever. Because Persil 62 washes whiter than ever. And it shows.
What is a mum? A mum is someone whose work is never done, yet who somehow goes on feeling that it's all worthwhile. A mum is someone who chooses Persil. She knows it's best in her washing machine. The makers told her so. And Persil is right for all her family wash. Persil gets things just that important bit whiter, the bit that shows. To a mother, every mother, whiteness matters. And Persil washes whiter. And it shows.
Millions and millions of women use Persil. They know it and they trust it, because Persil has always washed whiter. It's quite a challenge trying to improve on a record like that, but we think we've done it. Here it is. Improved Persil. Improved because it washes even whiter. In cooperation with leading washing machine manufacturers, we've tested improved Persil. Now Persil suds are even longer lasting, harder working, tireless. And the results? An even whiter wash. Finally, we asked women like you to try improved Persil in their own homes. The verdict?
Wonderfully white. I've never used Persil before, but this gave a whiter wash than anything I've ever tried.
Well, I've always used Persil, but this is even better. Things come up even whiter than before.
Here it is then. Now's the time for you to try improved Persil, because improved Persil washes even whiter.
Good evening. We've had a number of nice letters from people saying how much they liked improved Persil. But some people have told us they'd had a bit of difficulty with rinsing. Well, the research people do go on making Persil even better. And here's their very latest. New high-active Persil. Just watch this. These active soap suds are quicker and easier to rinse away. New high-active Persil. It washes even whiter than before.
Apollo, the Super Soap Discovery, specially made. Apollo, the Super Soap Discovery, specially made to keep skin healthy. Ordinary soaps wash your skin clean. Apollo, the Super Soap, does more. Its unique formulation actually helps give you lasting protection against bacteria. Bacteria, which can be harmful. It's like a halo of protection, protection to keep your skin healthy. Apollo helps prevent skin problems too. And its creamy lather cares for even the most delicate skin. Give all your family the halo of protection. The more regularly they use Apollo, the safer they'll be. New Apollo Super Soap, the first and only soap to give all your family the halo of protection.
Vigor is a miracle, a cleaner, but more. You've never seen anything like Vigor before. Find the dirtiest marks on a wall or a door. Vigor on, and they're gone. It's a miracle. Vigor is the most powerful spray cleaner you've ever used. Just one squirt of Vigor dissolves grease, scuff marks, even ground-in dirt. All wipe away with miraculous ease. Vigor on, and they're gone, as quick as you please. Just give it a spray, and the dirt runs away. With Lever's new Vigor, a miracle!
We of Domestos Limited wish to say thank you to our customer, the housewife. It was her passion for all things clean and fresh that gave us a small start in the 30s. When research showed her need of a brushless toilet cleanser, we gave her Domestos. And a detergent for washing nylon and wool, so we gave her Sturgene. Her reaction to our efforts was most gratifying. And as hospitals, laundries and industry joined in, the demand grew. And so did our factory. Later, we tackled the nightmare of washing up and cut the work by half with Squeezy. And the same ingenious pack was used for Softly, the pink rinse-through detergent created to beautify fine clothes. Domestos Limited has grown into this nationwide organization just because all things fresh and clean are a passion with you, our customers. Thank you.
Mary? Oh, you need these. What's with the sunglasses? I'm washing with Sunshine. New Sunshine Rinso with Sunshine Whiteners. New Sunshine Rinso with Sunshine Whiteners. Put Rinso Sunshine in your machine. Do all your washing with Rinso Sunshine. Sunshine Whiteners, Sunshine Brighteners, Rinso Clean. It really does act new. It makes clothes glow like sunshine. Those wild sunshine whiteners make your clothes so fresh and sunny, it's like drying them outdoors. I'm going to put Sunshine Rinso in my machine. New Sunshine Rinso really does act new. Do all your washing with Rinso Sunshine. Sunshine Whiteners, Sunshine Brighteners, Rinso Clean.
These are just a few of the thousands of fabulous gifts being rushed all over the country in golden caravans to housewives like these, who had Persil, Lifebuoy toilet soap or New Handy Andy in their homes when a Maharaja called. During the next few days, our caravans will be especially busy in Bedfordshire and the home counties, including Woking, Aldershot, Reading, Basingstoke and Oxford. So if you live in this area, be ready to show Persil, Lifebuoy toilet soap and New Handy Andy, and say why each product is best for the job it does. Then with one product you can choose from this wonderful Morphy Richards range. With any two products, choose from this range, and with all three, Persil, Lifebuoy toilet soap and New Handy Andy, you get a jackpot prize. A Morphy Richards suction cleaner, or a labor-saving rotary ironer, or a fully automatic radiogram. So be sure to buy Persil, Lifebuoy toilet soap and New Handy Andy right away.
plain girl. I like plain things. Plain diamonds. Plain emeralds. Plain sapphires. I'm a plain girl. I like plain chocolate.
Cadbury's Bourneville chocolate.
Go, give, live, alive.
Little.
Tune in, turn on.
Little.
It's the living soap.
With lime.
It's the living soap. Cream. It's the living fresh, alive.
Like marble.
Loving, living, giving, getting, free, fresh, alive.
Cool as marble. Fresh as limes. New Little brings you fresh, alive.
This is the bit they like. Lovely warm towels. They're so soft since I started using Comfort.
Softness is a thing called comfort.
Just add a capful of Comfort to your final rinse and something wonderful happens. Comfort fluffs up fibers, brings soft new life to towels, woolies, nappies, sweaters, all your things.
Come on now, nice big kiss for Daddy. Love you too.
Softness is a thing called comfort.
And softness is what new Comfort is all about.
This is discomfort, the feeling of harsh wool scratching delicate skin. But here at last is the soft answer.
Softness is a thing called comfort.
Comfort, the new idea. Just add a capful of Comfort to your final rinse and something wonderful happens. Harshness and roughness disappear. Comfort fluffs up fibers, brings soft new life to all your things. Towels, woolens, nappies, sweaters. This is Comfort.
Softness is a thing called comfort.
And softness is what new Comfort is all about. This is discomfort, a rough nappy chafing delicate skin. But here at last is the soft answer.
Softness is a thing called comfort.
Comfort, the new idea. Just add a capful of Comfort to your final rinse and something wonderful happens. Harshness and roughness disappear. Comfort fluffs up fibers, brings soft new life to all your things. Towels, woolens, nappies, sweaters. This is Comfort.
thing called comfort.
And softness is what new comfort is all about.
Today, beauty goes bare-faced. Skin as smooth as this, as soft as this, comes from a new beauty soap, Caress. The only beauty soap with a lotion enriched with oil of almonds and pure lanolin. Caress lotions your skin to a new softness. And in softness, beauty. Bare-faced beauty. Caress lotions your skin to the softness that gives bare-faced beauty. Caress.
Your wish comes true. When your hair revels in the soft, natural curls of a Kleinol permanent wave, in the clever, beautiful styling of your favorite Kleinol hairdresser, your hair has the look someone else will love as well. Beautiful hair makes all the difference. Let your hairdresser and Kleinol make your wish come true with a lasting wave. Fix an appointment for professional hair care and Kleinol.
Beauty begins in your hairdresser's hands, and a soft, smooth wave by Kleinol.
Kleinol, most wonderful of permanent waves. A living wave with that true-to-nature look. A soft, smooth wave that lasts and lasts. Ask your hairdresser for a Kleinol permanent wave.
Soft, smooth wave by Kleinol. Softness is a thing called comfort.
Softness is snuggling into a cozy nightie and being wrapped in cotton wool.
Softness is a thing called comfort.
Softness is a hug from the most comfy, cuddly mum in the world.
Softness is a thing called comfort.
Just add a capful of Comfort, the wonderful new fabric softener, to your final rinse when you wash. Comfort rinses out harshness, even the harshness some modern washing powders can leave, and rinses in a new kind of softness. Fluffs out fibers to bring soft, new life to everything you wash. There are things that money can't buy. Some things come free when you settle for softness.
Softness is a thing called comfort.
And softness is what new Comfort is all about.
Ben was niks zoals liefst. Schwel me weer sef, no is dit of niks zoals dat je wil. Wat voor bus hem sorry. Hoe je op zijn afzevers. Maar stop ze bij het bekal. Net niks. Shout bij ze vast. Nee. Beard, tough as a brush. Skin, tender, like a baby's bottom. So this one's for you. Erasmic Superfoam. It lubricates your skin with its own face-saving lotion. It shields your skin from that naked steel while you shave closer, smoother.
Yes, that's Erasmic Superfoam. It shields your skin. Eh, babyface?
Sure, I'm all for close shaves, but I like comfort too. Erasmic Superfoam gives you maybe 50 luxury shaves for about the same price as this. How does that grab you? Erasmic Superfoam gives you a smoother shave. They say it's because it shields your skin with its own face-saving lotion. Well, with a face like mine, you need all the help you can get.
Hello there. Here's a song about a new butter called Farm Belle. You will love Farm Belle. Joan, Jack, Jane, and John will all love Farm Belle butter. For Farm Belle butter has that fresh from the dairy flavor. Fresh from the dairy flavor. Joan, Jack, Jane, and John will all love Farm Belle butter, for Farm Belle butter has that fresh from the dairy flavor. Fresh from the dairy flavor. The perfect butter flavor that's kept perfect for you by complete care. Only Farm Belle butter gets that special kind of care. That's why Farm Belle butter has that fresh from the dairy flavor. Try some. We'll be ready. Dairy flavor, Farm Belle butter.
Special Farm Belle announcement. Well now, here's your chance to try that delicious fresh from the dairy flavor and save threepence. Get the special pack of Farm Belle butter from your grocer tomorrow. It's too good to miss.
Think of the flavor of fresh, creamy farmhouse butter. Think of Farm Belle, the only butter guaranteed to give you the real farm cream flavor. Guaranteed because Farm Belle is fresh made and kept at a cool, controlled temperature. This guarantees that the farm cream flavor stays perfect for you and your family. You will all enjoy Farm Belle, the only butter with a guaranteed farm cream flavor. Think of...
Hospital floors must be kept clinically clean. It's important for your floor to be kept just as clean too. Now here's the latest scientific development in floor cleaning. New Floor Vim No Rinse Floor Cleaner with Microban that gets your floor clinically clean. Microban, the powerful germicide that kills almost all household germs. New Floor Vim with Microban gets rid of even stubborn stains and grease fast. And at the same time, the powerful germicide Microban kills almost all household germs. Gives your floor a new kind of cleanness, clinical cleanness. New floor Vim with Microban gets your floor clinically clean. Hospital floors must be kept clean.
The 12-volt National Car Vacuum Cleaner, only $5.19.6 from Halfords now.
Kijk eens, Huno-pork luncheonmeat. Dat eten we heel veel in Nederland.
This young lady is Dutch. She's telling us about Unox pork luncheon meat.
Unox is echt heerlijk.
That's Dutch too.
Wat een smaak, een heerlijke vleessmaak.
She's awfully nice. I mean, it's awfully nice.
Want Unox doet er veel varkensvlees in. Veel varkensvlees.
You see, there's plenty of pork in Unox pork luncheon meat. That's why it tastes so meaty and...
He says it's jolly good.
Unox.
Get cracking.
New kind of cleanness. Clean. New kind of cleanness. Cleanness you can smell. New brand of floor cleaner, New Vigor, gets your floor so clean, it even smells clean. New Vigor no rinse floor cleaner with spirit of pine. Strong. Strong. Strong against dirt. So clean, it even smells clean. The sharp, fresh smell of spirit of pine. New Vigor, new brand of floor cleaner. New kind of cleanness. Cleanness you can smell. New Vigor floor cleaner gets your floor so clean, it even smells clean.
Oh, ladies, there's got to be a quicker and easier way to get a cleaner floor. Oh, ladies, there's got to be a quicker and easier way to get a cleaner floor. This way. New Vim Instant Floor Cleaner. Now watch. You clean quicker because you put all its cleaning power straight onto the floor. You clean easier because you lift dirt with a wipe. Ladies, if you want a quicker, easier way to get a cleaner floor, get new Vim Instant Floor Cleaner. It's a winner. Oh, ladies, there's got to be a quicker and easier way to get a... Oh, ladies, there's got to be a quicker and easier way to get a cleaner floor. This way. New Vim Instant Floor Cleaner. Now watch. You clean quicker because you put all its cleaning power straight onto the floor. You clean easier because you lift dirt with a wipe. Ladies, if you want a quicker, easier way to get a cleaner floor, get new Vim Instant Floor Cleaner. It's a winner.
You should have seen this bath a moment ago. Tommy left half the football pitch in it, a rim of dirt that thick. But I use Vim for all my cleaning, and in no time at all, I've got the cleanest bath you ever saw. Vim really does clean quicker and easier, and it's far less work.
Yes, Sudsy Vim shines as it cleans, fastest of all.
Big? A cleaning job's never too big for me. I put a sparkle onto everything that needs a clean with Vim. There's nothing to touch Vim for quicker and easier cleaning. So remember, Sudsy Vim shines as it cleans, fastest of all. Big? A cleaning job's never too big for me. I put a sparkle onto everything that needs a clean with Vim. Vim deals with the toughest dirt, grease and stains quickly, easily and thoroughly. So remember, Sudsy Vim shines as it cleans, fastest of all.
A wonderful bargain from Vim.
To make a success of carving the joint, you must start by having the right knife. Take a look at this carver. Now this is a knife. Its 8-inch blade is hollow ground to give it a razor-sharp edge, and it's made from the finest Sheffield stainless steel. Quality. Quality right down to the shaped and polished wood handle. How'd you like to own it? It's valued at 7 and 6pence, but it can be yours for only 4 shillings. I'll tell you how. Get one of these Vim leaflets from your local shop. Fill it in and send it with a top from 1 canister of Vim and a 4-shilling postal order to the address shown on the leaflet. Your shopkeeper knows all about this wonderful Vim offer, so ask him about it tomorrow.
Spring cleaning? Take a tip from me. Use Vim. It puts a sparkle onto everything.
Vim makes light work of all those extra jobs about the house. Stairs, paint, tiles, and woodwork. Sudsy Vim tackles the toughest dirt, grease and stains quickly, easily, and thoroughly. So remember, for all your spring cleaning, Sudsy Vim shines as it cleans, fastest of all.
Nämlich kan det bli. Vem har förfall för Noah? A wonderful offer from Vim. New penknife, Jimmy?
Yes, smashing, isn't it? And look, it's got 2 stainless steel blades made in Sheffield. And they're dead easy to open with these super ring openers.
Yes, this knife is valued at 8 and 6pence. But you can get it for 3 and 6pence. And the top from just 1 canister of Vim. Get the details from your local shop of this wonderful offer from Vim.
New Blue Vim. 5 ways better.
There you are. New Blue Vim. That's it. 5 ways better. It's so smooth and kind to the hand. It lathers instantly. Grease and stains go faster. It gets at the germs you can't see. It has a glamorous, gleaming canister that's so easy to open. It has a spring-like perfume that brings freshness to your home. New Blue Vim is 5 ways better.
Here's New Blue Vim.
New Blue Vim is what I choose. So wonderfully smooth and kind to my hands.
New Blue Vim's my choice because it contains germicide. You know, it gets at the germs you can't see.
The way New Blue Vim lathers so quickly is simply marvelous. Contains bleach, too. Grease and stains just vanish.
What I like about New Blue Vim is the lovely smell. Like spring flowers. It properly cheers you up when you're doing the housework.
I think New Blue Vim's grand. Look at the canister. So bright and cheerful, no need to hide it away. It's so easy to open.
New Blue Vim is the really up-to-date cleanser. New Blue Vim, 5 ways better.
It's New Vim. It's Blue Vim. It's New Blue Vim.
Give me New Blue Vim every time. It kills the germs.
And New Blue Vim is 5 ways better.
Tried New Blue Vim yet? It really gets your home bright and sparkling. How's this for a shine? With New Vim, grease and stains go faster. And New Vim makes everything clean and safe, too, because it's got a modern germicide with no smell that kills germs you can't see. Yes, New Blue Vim kills germs as it brightens your home.
Say hello to spring. Bring your absence full ahead. Say hello to spring.
Make your home bright and fresh as spring with new Vim. And Vim kills germs, too. Yes, new Vim kills germs as it brightens your home.
Need Vim.
Only Vim has blue bleach.
See for yourself. Sprinkle in blue bleach Vim and watch that blue bleach get to work. Stains don't stand a chance. And Vim shifts grease, kills germs too. Rinse away, and what have you got? A whiter, brighter, fresher sink than ever before. It's marvelous cleaning with blue bleach Vim.
Vim. Powerful Vim with blue bleach.
Certainly shifts grease fast. And look, that old ground end stain has gone completely. Other cleaners didn't touch it.
Stains gone, grease gone, germs killed.
Beautifully white.
Job's well done, you're really satisfied when you clean with Vim, Vim, Vim.